What's up, YouTube? I'm back with another video. This time I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. So this video is not gonna be just of me rolling. This is more of a personal video, me giving my opinion and just answering some questions that I'm getting down in the comment section, and just touching on some things that people kind of leave down in the comment section over the last few videos that I made. So the first kind of question that I'm getting on a kind of fairly basis is, my size, how much do I weigh, and how much, how tall I am. So right now, about 170. I usually don't get too much over 170. So when I'm competing, well, I've only competed twice, but when I have competed, I've competed in a division where the maximum amount of weight that you can come in at is 170. So the guys that I'm competing against is usually between like 160 and 170 or something like that. Again, I don't get too much over 170 these days, since I'm not like working out or doing no kind of crazy diet to gain weight or nothing like that. So that's my weight, and I'm 6'2". So when you see my videos, you kind of see my frame and how that 6'2" looks with when I'm 170 pounds. So that's the first thing I wanted to kind of touch on and address. The second thing was, and I wish I would have put down the people who left these comments actual channel names, but I'll just speak in general right now since I don't have their names. The second one was a guy asked, I guess after he watched my videos, he kind of assumed that I knew a lot as far as like positions and things to do, things not to do, and stuff like that. And he was asking, what was my mind frame and my mindset my first couple of days in jiu-jitsu. And to answer that question, I kind of had a little bit of a head start, or like a little bit of a buffer, I guess you can call it, because at the time when I first started, I was actually working from home. So while I was working, I also had my laptop on the side where I would just watch YouTube videos and stuff like that. So kind of before I even started, I kind of had an idea as to what to do, what not to do, like the principles of not getting triangle. Like, you don't want to have one arm in, one arm out when you're in somebody's guard, or you don't want to have both arms to one side, or you don't want to get off balance and stuff like that. I kind of knew those things going in, but of course when I actually went in and trained, if I rolled 5 or 6 times, I probably got submitted 25 or 30 times. So the videos really didn't help, I guess. Well, maybe if I didn't watch the videos, I would have got submitted 35 times or something like that. But I mean, I went in there and did just like any other white belt. It's not like I had wrestling background or any other kind of grappling. So I went in there with kind of a little bit of a, like I said, a little bit of a head start versus, or compared to somebody else who's never looked at a video or never trained before. So that was kind of my mindset when I first started. Another question that I wanted to address is, who do I train under, where do I train, and how long I've been training. So by the time I uploaded this video, I'm a blue belt now. I've been training a total of 3 years. I was a white belt for 2 years, and then I got my blue belt about a year ago. So I've been a blue belt for about a year. So in total, I've been training for 3 years. In all 3 years, I've been training under Jared Weiner. He is the lead instructor over at BJJ United. It's right outside of Philly. I live in Philly. I was born and raised in Philly, but the actual gym is maybe 15-20 minutes away from me, so I got a real short commute. I know some people driving 30, 45, 50 minutes to get to their gym, but luckily for me, it's like straight shot, about 15 minutes away from the gym, so that's good. And again, yeah, I've been training under Jared my whole 3 years. He gave me my promotion, and the name of the school again is BJJ United. We're a heavy kind of competition school. We've been competing like as a whole, like as a team, a lot lately. We're on a lot of the kind of local cards, and some of the guys actually go out and travel and train. I'm sorry, not train, and compete on in other states and stuff like that. The last thing I wanted to address is kind of people when they see my videos and they say, oh, you did a good job for a white belt, or you did this, you did that good, how long you been training. And usually that comment is followed by, I want to start training. And it's like, well, I'm about to start training once I lose these last 5 pounds, or I'm going to start training, but I want to start training, but my schedule doesn't allow me to train, or whatever the reason is. And I look at those comments like, that's really just an excuse. Like, it's just an excuse. If you really wanted to go train, just get up and go train. If you like it, great. If you don't, I mean, at least you can say you tried it. Because I know a lot of schools, you know, they give you like a 3-day free trial or a week or a month or whatever it is to let you know, that you can come in and try it out. And if you like it, fine. If you don't, there's usually no money involved in anything like that. And speaking of money, the only kind of real legitimate kind of barrier for somebody, maybe if you're like 17 and you want to start training, but you don't have enough money to actually go in and, train. I would go in and talk to the instructor, let them know, say, hey, I really want to train, and maybe they can come to some type of agreement with you. I know, sometimes people will just, clean the mats or, man the front desk or whatever. I don't know what the school is that you go into, what their idea of, helping you is, but just go in and talk to them, and usually, I'm assuming they'll work with you, but obviously there has to be kind of a give and take. You can't come in and say, hey, I don't want to pay for the rest of the year and it's January, and you don't plan on ever paying, and you showing up late if they tell you to mop the floors and stuff like that. That's obviously not the way you want to go. But all in all, if you want to start training, just go and train. There's no excuses about you got to lose weight first and all that. You'll lose the weight while you're there. So that's the last thing I wanted to kind of touch on. And hopefully, this video gets some good, feedback. And basically what I'm trying to do with these type of videos are like create some kind of dialogue, some type of, something that'll trigger maybe more questions and more topics that I can talk about. But this channel will still be mostly of me rolling open mat and kind of doing a narration thing. But again, I just wanted to break it up a little bit and kind of talk to you like as a person, like about, something other than me actually on the mat rolling and talking about technique and all that. So if you have any other ideas, also leave them down in the comments. So that's it before I start rambling. Thank you for watching. Again, like, subscribe, and comment, and also share. If you got anybody in mind that you think might benefit from these videos, share it, let them know. And that's the way to kind of keep the channel growing. Thanks for watching.